first look at the Nike Vomero 5, you'd be mistaken to think this is actually a running shoe. Well, for this 2022/2023 version, it's actually not. So this is just your everyday, versatile rock with shorts, jeans, tracksuits or whatever. But I'm going to cover you a few things in terms of the breathability, the upper material, what kind of cushioning we've got on the sole, and just in terms of how flexible the shoe is and what type of sneaker it is and how you should be wearing this. So if you do like the Nike Vomero 5, I've put a link in the description where you can cop a pair. It just helps support the channel so I can keep doing these reviews. A lot of confusion online in terms of what type of sneaker the Nike Vomero 5 is for 2022/2023. So this is a lifestyle sneaker. It's not intended for any sort of high impact exercise, running or anything as such. You can wear it for that, but personally I wouldn't, because that's not the sole intention of this particular sneaker. And how do we know it's a lifestyle sneaker? It comes in this red branded Nike lifestyle box, but I am happy that Nike have kept some of the original features of the Nike Vomero 1 that dropped in 2006. So what do you want out of a running sneaker, or like particular like this, like a Vomero 5 that you're going to be wearing every day? Number one, you want it to be light, which this is. Secondly, you want it to be quite breathable, so there's a lot of mesh on the upper here, a lot of panels, so that that's good to see. And finally, you want the actual sneaker to be durable. So as we can see, there's a nice tread pattern here, and as the original pair you still get Cushlon and you get a zoom midsole, so there's some crazy comfort in there. So on foot they feel quite bouncy. What you get for your hard-earned £145, which is about $160, you get some mesh on the upper, which is pretty nice to see. There's some rubber sort of features here which provide no sort of performance benefits, I'm guessing, but it just sort of looks cool. On the heel, it's cupped in this sort of hard plastic sort of lining. Within the original version, this must have, provided some sort of performance benefits, or it must have done something, but on this particular version, I can't see what else it does. The tongue is pretty thick. However, one thing I have noticed, especially 2022 with a lot of Nike silhouettes, they've been attaching the tongue to the actual upper of the sneaker. I think that's pretty much more of a snug fit, so that's pretty nice to see. You've got some detailing on the inside here. I think that says Bowerman series. There's a story behind Bowerman. So Bill Bowerman was one of the co-founders of Nike, and he had three principles which current and past Nike developers have used. So number one, a running sneaker needs to be light, which I think this is It needs to be breathable, so there's a lot of mesh, so I think that sort of resonates to that. And third, the sneaker needs to be durable. So like we mentioned, you get that Cushlon on the midsole here, which is very, very soft, and you've got like a zoom panel that runs all the way along here. And finally, you get that nice tread on the sole, which is still good to see. So in terms of fit, how does the Vomero 5 fit? Most of the comfort you get is more towards the front of the sneaker rather than at the back. I thought it's quite rigid at the back, so if we just do sort of like a durability test, there's not much give in the back. This is quite flexible, but as you can see if we bend this shoe, and then that shows you that the sneaker is quite flexible, and the actual toe box flexes a lot. As this is mesh, if you've got wide or flat feet, these would be perfect to put your feet in. In terms of design features, there isn't much really that's changed. It's just a lot of mesh, a lot of panels. I don't think this is real leather. It looks like synthetic leather. You've got some reflective panels. So they fit true to size. I'm a UK 7, which is a US 10, I believe. So even if you're copying these, just get the size that you normally get, and I think you should be good to go. If I'm not mistaken, based on the research I've done, the actual Vomero silhouette, from the first ever pair that dropped in 2006, the Vomero 1, up until 2022, there's been 17 versions of the Vomero that have dropped. And the latest pair that we've got, which more sits on the performance side rather than the lifestyle side, is the Nike Vomero 17, which is more of like a high performance sneaker, which is pretty sick. If you're into running or anything like that, that's probably a sneaker to go for rather than the Vomero 5. So what are some of the drawbacks of the Nike Vomero 5 for 2022/2023? Some of the things I wish Nike had worked on a little bit more. So number one is the heel. I thought it's a bit heavy around here and it's quite short. I didn't get that hugging feeling that I usually like in my sneakers, especially this section here. Maybe this plastic cup, and secondly is the mesh that's used in the upper. Any sort of wind or rain, you feel it, especially when I tested these outside. And finally, these sneakers really aren't appropriate for the gym. I don't know, the cushioning just isn't there. They are quite expensive, sitting £145, which is probably $160 in comparison to other sneakers on the market, everyday sneakers. So I just feel like the price point of the Vomero 5 is going to put a lot of people off. And there isn't any signs of this going down in price. most of the pairs that do come out do sell out, so clearly people like this, so I guess that's a good thing. So there's been some questions on whether Nike are discontinuing the Nike Vomero 5, especially for 2023 and beyond. Personally, I don't think so. There's been some leaked pairs especially that we've seen online. There's some collaborations pairs also in the pipeline. I managed to pick these up off Nike at retail price. There's still some pairs sitting, especially on the sneakers app. If anything, especially with the rise of the New Balance, you know, for example, the 530, these sort of gym running type shoes, I think these will definitely be in. So we'll definitely be seeing more of these. So if you've got all the way to the end of this video, thanks for watching. Drop a comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Alright, out.